is Jelyn, and today I'd like to share with you some tips on using Guasha for headache or migraine. And all you need is a Guasha tool. That's something that looks like this. Or if you don't have a Guasha tool, you could also use a ceramic spoon. Okay, just be sure there are no broken edge on the spoon itself. So there are a few areas that I would scrape, guasha or scrape up my head when to relieve the discomfort. So this particular guasha stick has comb part. This is where I use to comb the head area. So you divide that head into like 5 segments. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and quite simply, all you need to do is to hold your guasha stick firmly and comb towards the back. You can do it like 20-30 times. As you brush through or as you comb through, some areas may be a little bit sore. So those areas are what you call like the congested parts. And what guasha does is it helps to decongest the points and to promote circulation. Okay, so after the middle, you could move on to the sides. Same thing, about 20 to 30 strokes. Normally, if there's any areas that it's a bit sore, I would go through a little bit more. And the other section is here. Okay, same thing, 20 to 30 times. I won't do the full 20-30 counts, okay, just to demonstrate to you. And on the other side, okay, it's firm strokes. If it's a bit painful, you can go gently, all right? And then the last section here. Okay, some people ask me if I would put oils on it as I scrape. I do have my favorite oil for that. Peppermint is one of it. And how I would do is I would apply it on the areas that especially that's troubling me. And before I gua, okay. So that was for the head. And another area that I like to cover is just behind the neck. I'm not sure if you can see it here. Okay, there's a slight indent at the back under your skull. Okay, if you don't have a guasha stick, you can actually just do gentle massage. Okay, but otherwise, if you have a guasha stick, all you need to do is to strip it down. You might see some redness, and that's okay. There might be some redness, and that's what that's common, and that's what the guasha produces to kind of like intentionally bruise the area so that the blood is informed or sent to repair. That's how the circulation is being promoted. And so that's one side, and the other side on the same area, and you do the guasha downwards. So about 20 to 30 times. For the skin area, one of my favorite oils that I would use to apply on before I gua is Deep Relief. And if you find Deep Relief to be spicy or you don't like the scent, the other 2 roll-ons that I would go for, it's either Tranquil roll-on or the Valor roll-on. So either of this are good, and they're pre-diluted. So we basically you can just roll on the skin and you just start to scrape. Okay, now the other points that I would work on is actually over here. Like how you know when you're tired and you instinctively you do this, okay, that 2 points. Because this is the face, I typically do not put put too much oil on the face, but otherwise you could rub a little bit. Okay, just to lubricate the skin so that you don't injure your skin. And do a gentle rub. Okay, just be mindful because we are on the facial skin is more sensitive. So as you rub, you might see redness. And if it's too red and you know if you're like 20 counts and it's getting red and you should just let it rest and stop. Okay, you don't have to go up to 30 counts. So the last two areas that I'm looking that helps me as well, it's the temples. Okay, some people like to put peppermint on the temples. It helps to provide some relief. I do that too. You can add on B6 to dilute it because you're dealing with the facial skin. Okay, or like me, I'm quite used to having it just on the skin, and then I just guasha. So same thing. This is the facial skin. So be gentle. You may not need to do up to 20-30 times, and then you get some redness. Okay, then you want to switch over. Okay, peppermint is pretty spicy, so if you're not familiar with the oil, then you just take very little bit, or you can just do a carrier oil V6 on the skin, and then you do your light guasha. Don't know whether you can see it's slightly red. Okay, and finally, the other point that is off the head that also helps me deal with headache, it's actually what we call the hergu. It's somewhere around here, just under. If you don't have a guasha stick, you can just press like an acupressure. You can just press. It's for some it can be very, very painful, very sore. Okay, hold on to that point of soreness for like 20 counts, 15-20 counts, release, and then you press again. Okay, but if you have a stick, you could do the guasha. Okay, you can add on oils. Example, I'll do it this way. Okay, and then I'll just scrape. It's quite instinctive as well because the area that you feel really sore, that's where you want to work through the pain. After about 20 to 30 strokes, the soreness will lessen, and then you just let it rest. Okay, just be mindful. When there's redness, you should just let the skin rest. Don't scrape over it again and again repetitively in a day. So also be mindful, like if you're pregnant, if you have skin condition, that you should avoid guasha. But otherwise, if you're a healthy individual, guasha is excellent to just provide some basic relief or some relief rather than you popping pills or to combine with whatever other therapies that you have. So I hope these few tips have been helpful to you, and yeah, go give it a try. Thank you for listening in. Bye.